like, hopefully in that amount of time we can get some people out here on this live. Doing everything from my car lately. It's crazy. Tomorrow though, I'm gonna actually be like in my room recording and stuff. But as far as this channel is concerned with reactions, I doubt that I'm gonna do that many more reactions like leading up to, because it's like hard for me, number one, to do reactions in general, but then also I don't know, I can't like I can't keep on going through the issue of having to change my videos around. Take this part out, take that part out, make sure I'm not using too much of the song, because I'm not trying to get my channel taken down because people are petty and they don't like, you know, care, you know, they don't care if it's like commentary and stuff. Like if you put the song up there, they're gonna copyright claim and block your video and all kinds of other bullshit. Like I can't, it's irritating. So to be quite honest, I feel like I'm gonna mostly be, oh my god, gas is $2.03 per gallon over here. Oh, that's crazy. Oh my god, that's the lowest that I have seen it since like since I was a kid. Like I was like maybe, oh my god, like 6 or 7 years old the last time I saw that. Gas is low at an all-time low. All-time low. I want to say in the last 20 years, it's never been this low. I guess, damn, it took a whole damn pandemic for us to get low, you know, cheap gas. That's, it's unfortunate, but damn, I'm not complaining about that. So I hope everybody, what the hell? What is wrong with you, you stupid fool? That's not, you go back to New Jersey. Go back to New Jersey. We don't need you in here. Okay, nothing against people from New Jersey, because I know I see somebody on here who's from Jersey right now, but they be acting a fool when they come over here. Like, we didn't ask for you. Get out. I'm from Jersey anyway, but like, Jersey drivers are crazy as hell. I know this for a fact, because every single time I go to New Jersey, it's some bull crap. Anyway, I hope everybody is doing okay, you know, everybody and their loved ones, their family, friends. Most recently, my mom actually lost a co-worker. We just found out about, she just passed on Wednesday. And it's crazy because they said that she was at work on Monday and she just never came back. And it's crazy to think about. I don't know if it was corona, like nobody really knows, because they're not really talking about it too much. I guess, you know, the family wants to kind of keep that private. But it's something that you really don't want to keep her, because you want to make sure like anybody that she's had contact with would, you know, act accordingly, go get themselves tested if possible, and or, you know, quarantine themselves. But yeah, that just happened, and we have a whole bunch of idiots on social media. I mean, social media, at a time like this is when social media thrives, you know, but at the same time, it's also when like the dumbest people come out the woodworks with some bullshit all the damn time. Got all these conspiracy theories going on, okay? Miss Pretty Girl Rock out here talking about some 5G is what caused the coronavirus, and just a whole bunch of bullshit. Okay, Ellen DeGeneres is out here acting a fool, which she already has, and it's interesting because I noticed that a while ago she was saying all this stuff about, you know, comparing the quarantine to like being in prison and all this stuff. I was like, girl, please, you're in prison in your like multi-million-dollar mansion. I don't want to hear what you have to say. I don't. You've been out of touch since the early 2000s. You have been out of touch since 2005 or 6. You have not been relatable since then, okay? Back when, you know, having an openly, you know, openly gay talk show host, back when that was very scarce, back when that was like, you know, something of the, now everybody out here and their mama's gay and a lesbian and everything else. So it's not even like you're breaking barriers. It's not even like you're all that like, and who was it that says something really profound? I think it was I think it was As Told by Kenya. Kenya, she be doing some good stuff. She be having some good points. And I saw her video on my break earlier today. And she said something so profound. She said, the point of being a progressive is that you don't want to be progressive your entire life. Like at some point, the things that you are progressive about will become progressed. And then at that point, you're no longer progressive about that thing. But that's the thing, you don't want to continue to be progressive, because then that means you're not making strides to making change. And Ellen set that point. Like she pushed boundaries, and she, stood up for, the LGBT community at a time where we were still being ostracized and all that stuff like that. That's what she was doing. But now it's not as, it still goes on. I mean, homophobia is still around, but not in the same sense. Like, we have so many other things going on at the same time. Now more than ever, especially specifically in the LGBT community, it's minorities in the LGBT community that are being ostracized more so than the white majority. So her being a white lesbian is no longer a thing. Now, if she was black, if she were a dark-skinned black woman who also happened to be a lesbian, that would be another sort of progression that would have to take place. But because we've already kind of gotten over that hurdle of people accepting, like Ellen's talk show. Ellen is probably one of the most popular and highest rated talk shows on television, regardless. We no longer have to talk about there being a lesbian talk show host. We no longer have to talk about it. We no longer have to deal with that situation. That has been dealt with. Let's move on to something else. But the thing is that she's like living in this like alternate reality where she thinks she's still relatable, I guess. I don't know what it is. But Ellen, girl, no. We didn't need that from you. Especially when there's like, millions of people in prison, okay? And thousands don't even necessarily deserve to be in there, okay? We really don't need that sort of rhetoric. We don't need that at all. That's, I just had to come out and say that. I'm trying to like switch lanes and stuff. Stop. The recent news of how she is actually a mean person behind the scenes. I wonder how she feels about that. I really don't. Look, I don't really be giving these celebrities any FaceTime. I don't give them FaceTime. I pay them dust. And the thing is that a lot of them, like, they suffer from wanting to appear like the rest of us. Oh, I'm just a woman just like you and me. Like, I'm just like you and you. And I'm just like the rest of you, and oh, this and that and the other, I do this too. You do that while also being invited to all of the, like, exclusive parties. You do that while living in a huge mansion. You do that by having people wait on you hand and foot. I can't, like, I just, and I think that's the reason why, like, YouTube became so popular as far as like people like finding people they could relate to. But then at some point a YouTuber's popularity, and that's why I'm so glad that I'm still at, and a lot of people are like, oh, you should have so many more followers and so many more subscribers. I'm like, yeah, sure, but I feel like with more subscribers I become less and less relatable to the everyday person. You know what I mean? Because at some point, these other like people, they start being invited out to get endorsement deals. They start being invited to celebrity parties and meeting up with celebrities, having them in their videos. And at some point, you become the celebrity. You become the celebrities that you talk about, or the celebrity that you maybe wanted to be or whatever. And then you're no longer relatable. You're no longer that person that everybody can go to, like, oh my gosh, like this person's, they spit facts, and they're so like about like the regular everyday person. I'm just like, I don't know, like, I don't know. I just don't really look at celebrities and base my life and my decisions and all that stuff. I don't base it off of what they do. Even the smallest celebrities. Like, I love JoJo for the life of me. I love JoJo. But I know that her net worth is like at least like quadruple of mine. So I can't really look at her as being so relatable. She's been through what she's been through, but she still has a name out there, and she still has, like, I don't know, she's, like I said, she's still famous. Like, she still has a name out there. I don't have a name. Like, with the 3 people that follow me, that they they know who I am, but other than that, nobody else knows who I am. So yeah, I can still fit into that trope of relatability just a little bit. you know I'm not sitting on top of money on top of money. I mean, right now we're struggling. I'm struggling because a whole bunch of stuff is going on. People in my family have been laid off, and some of them have kind of been leaning on me to, like, help them out, which I don't mind doing. But at the same time, I don't make that much money. You know what I mean? I make a good amount to take care of myself and maybe splurge a little bit, but I don't make enough money to be giving money here and there, paying other people's bills. Like, I don't have enough to do that. So it's just like one of those things where, like, yeah, I'm just like everybody else, because I am on the verge. I pretty much live paycheck to paycheck. I do what I can. I haven't bought any new clothes. This is the first world problem. But I haven't bought any new clothes for myself. I haven't bought, like, any new sneakers or shoes or whatever. I've been wearing the same. I've been cycling through the same outfits every other week. I've been cycling through the same stuff. And I don't have that many clothes to begin with, because, I mean, obviously, if you look at the beginning of my channel versus now, I am a little bit slimmer than I was. I can't fit most of my jeans that I was wearing way back when. I went down about 3 sizes. I can't fit into those clothes much anymore. So that's the thing. 4. Hold on, I was a 48, 6. Yeah, so about 3 sizes. And so I can't fit into a lot of the clothes that I wore before. Not comfortably. Like, it would fit too big. I can't put on a size. I cannot put on a pair of size 40s anymore, because I'm a 35, 36. Like, I'm right at the cusp of, like, 34. I'm almost there. I could, if my thighs and my ass weren't so damn big, I probably would. I probably would be able to fit into, like, a 34, because my waist is pretty small compared to the rest of my body. My waist is actually pretty small, but because of my ass and my thighs, I'm not fitting into 34. I put on a pair of 34s before, and it was very uncomfortable. Like, it rolled up in the crotch and everything, and it was, like, really ridiculous. But I say that to say this. I'm living paycheck to paycheck, and I have not been able to buy anything for myself in a very long time. And this whole situation here has made things a little bit worse. But again, it could be worse. I could be out on the street. I could have lost my job. And so I still am very much thankful and grateful that I do work in a position that is considered to be essential. You didn't get your Trump check? Girl, no. They ain't send shit to me. Let me know if you got it. Let me know if you got it. Trump didn't give me no damn money. And it's not even a Trump check. I'm jacking. It's not even from him. Of course, he's going to take, full responsibility, like he always does, for anything good that happens. He takes full responsibility. I'm probably not be the one that came up with that idea. But of course, he's gonna take like all the credit. I don't have time for him and his bullshit either. But I'll happily take the money. Well, currently I'm not an essential worker, so I'm currently unemployed until my job opens back up or I start working an essential job. Yeah, so I work with vaccines and stuff. Don't ask me about COVID, because I don't know. Not only that, but, like, we're not really supposed to be like we have our everything that we can share, like, is on the website that I work for, but I'm not really telling you guys where I work. But I do work for a biological facility that develops vaccines. So, I mean, that is something that they're working with other partners to kind of do, but it's not like we have, like, a cure. Like, there's no cure, first of all, for a virus. There's vaccines to help prevent it, to, give your body the antibodies that it needs to fight it, to recognize and fight it. But that's all they're really doing. Right now, it's more like they are identifying the RNA. So a little bit of a scientific, a little bit of a science, what do you call it? A science lesson. Um, I mean, everybody should know what RNA is. So ribonucleic acid. RNA is pretty much what the cells and what the cells use to identify different parts and different functions, um, and it's read like each like segment of RNA codes for a certain function of the body of the cell, um, and of course it's genetic material. So when you're talking identifying the RNA, they're trying to identify the sequences that the virus would attach itself to and code for to take over the cell, whatever cells it is attacking. And it's kind of like once they can identify the RNA segments, then they can actually develop a vaccine that will also will also identify those segments and be able to target the virus itself. And that's the thing about it. Like, hold on, I'm trying to. Oh, I'm like in my house. Oh yeah, I moved again, you guys, but we'll keep that between us on the live, because there is no way. Hold on. Oh shoot. I'm still kind of like in the process of doing everything, so I'm not really gonna show you much. There's not much to show. Let me get my coat off. Oh. Oh. Okay, you had me about to fall. Huh?
Oh, look, he's here, so do you want to ask him?
What? Who's that?
Let me talk to him actually. What you need? Auntie, what you need?
Who's that, Kaya? Who's
Like a Luma,
oh.
like
She's probably gonna ask me for the stuff. Let me mute, first of all, let me mute these people so they don't hear what I'm talking about. Okay. So, oh, there goes my cat. She makes such a mess, honestly. Such a mess. But she's still cute, so. Anyway, so, I'm gonna be working on, no, I don't have money like that. Calm down. Calm down. I'm not even. I'm like entry level. Let's be clear. I'm not like up on the totem pole making six figures. Not even close. But anyway, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Okay, got some things to handle here, and I'll be working on the editing for my video tonight. I'm gonna post another part. Like I'm gonna post the video again. I'm gonna leave the other one up, but I'm gonna post the other one with just the review so that like people who can't view it can actually just see the review instead. I'm not gonna like go too deep into it, and I might include some like videos. I'm gonna see how to work the software, because on my phone and stuff it works a little bit differently, so I gotta see how that works. But anyway, that's gonna be it. Hope everybody has a great night and stay safe, you guys.